Seniors. 4 alcoholic drinks you should never consume, and 4 better alternatives. We offer health advice for older adults that goes beyond just diet and exercise. It also includes smarter choices about what we drink. In this video, we reveal the hidden risks that alcohol can pose to an aging body, and we provide thoughtful advice to help seniors protect their brain, liver, and heart. You will learn how cocktails, sweet wines, and even light beers can silently harm your health, while practical suggestions like moderate red wine, herbal mocktails, and kombucha offer safer alternatives. These tips help seniors enjoy social moments without sacrificing their health. Small changes, one sip at a time, can lead to a longer, clearer, and more vibrant life. 1. Hard liquor. There is something about hard liquor that brings back memories for many people. A glass of whiskey after dinner, a touch of rum in tea on a cold day, or a small shot of vodka during a gathering. For many, it is a habit, a tradition, a source of comfort. But after the age of 65, the body no longer processes this tradition as smoothly as it used to. It is no exaggeration to say that hard liquor, such as whiskey, vodka, or rum, is a silent thief of balance, strength, and even mental clarity in older adults. The reason lies in your liver. After decades of work, the liver becomes slower at processing alcohol. The central nervous system also becomes more sensitive, meaning that even a small amount of liquor can cause dizziness, unsteadiness, or a sudden drop in blood pressure. Hard liquor enters the body like a sharp blow with no warning. When you were younger, your body could handle it. But now, even one small glass can disrupt your balance, especially if you are taking medications for blood pressure, sedatives, or antidepressants. In the United States, falling is the leading cause of injury-related death among adults over 65. One slip after a drink can lead not just to bruises but to hospital stays, or worse, complete loss of independence. Even more concerning, hard liquor can cause dehydration, dry skin, constipation, and added stress on the kidneys, problems that seniors already face. In addition, interactions between hard liquor and medications are often overlooked. For example, if you are taking blood pressure medication or antidepressants, hard liquor can increase side effects such as rapid heartbeat, irregular heart rhythms, confusion, and even breathing issues. Many hospitalizations are caused by such hidden interactions that begin with one evening drink. Sadly, most of these harms happen gradually and go unnoticed. Feeling tired while shopping, weakness when climbing stairs, or occasional confusion, these may be mistaken as normal signs of aging. But the truth is, those familiar drinks could slowly be taking away your alertness, independence, and control over your own body. You do not need to live with strict restrictions or give up everything. But if you are still having hard liquor regularly and have never discussed it with your doctor, now may be the time to pause, reflect, and consider a gentler path. There are safer alternatives that allow you to enjoy social moments without harming your memory. Nervous system or circulation. We will explore those choices soon. But first, let us look at another type of alcohol that seems sweet and mild but hides dangers beneath its fruity taste. 2. Cheap sweet wines and wine coolers. You may have raised a glass of sweet wine during family celebrations, holidays, or quiet evenings at home. The fruity aroma, smooth sweetness, and easy drinking experience make this type of wine popular among older adults, especially women. But precisely because it is easy to drink and not as strong or burning as hard liquor, sweet wine becomes a hidden trap that few notice. The truth is, the aging body can no longer handle the ingredients behind that pleasant sweetness. Sweet wines and common wine coolers often contain much more than just fermented grapes. They are mixed with refined sugar, artificial flavorings, and a preservative that is frequently overlooked, sulfites. These ingredients are already questionable for younger people and are even more harmful for seniors. The simple sugars in sweet wine cause blood sugar levels to spike within minutes. This is especially dangerous if you are one of the nearly 1 in 4 adults over 65 living with diabetes or prediabetes. After the spike comes a sharp drop, which can cause fatigue, trembling, irritability, and blurry vision, symptoms many mistake for blood pressure issues or weather changes. Moreover, sulfites, used to preserve shelf life and color, can trigger headaches, low-grade inflammation, and respiratory irritation, especially in those with asthma or weak lungs. Have you ever felt tightness in your chest, slight shortness of breath, or coughing after a glass of wine? That might not be a mild reaction, but a signal your body is raising the alarm. Sweet wines are also highly acidic, gradually wearing down tooth enamel and worsening acid reflux, a condition many older adults blame on aging, but is actually aggravated by what they drink. When these acids frequently touch the esophagus, stomach, and mouth, they do not just cause discomfort but also reduce nutrient absorption and disturb sleep. Perhaps the most dangerous aspect is how easily sweet wine is underestimated. It is often viewed as safe, gentle, or even suitable for older adults. But if you notice your limbs feel weaker, your vision seems blurrier, or your mood changes after drinking, it may be time to stop and think. That seemingly harmless beverage could be quietly disrupting your body's balance. Of course, not everyone reacts the same way. But if you have ever felt lasting fatigue, trouble sleeping, or a foggy head after drinking sweet wine, your body might be speaking to you. And if you drink it alongside starchy or fatty meals, your blood sugar, blood pressure, and inflammation levels could rise significantly. You do not have to skip special occasions completely. There are other choices that preserve the warmth and sweetness of the moment without sacrificing your sleep, blood sugar, or memory. But before we get to those options, let us take a closer look at another drink, one that is familiar, friendly, even considered safe, yet quietly affects your joints. Sleep and mental clarity. 3. Beer. For many older adults, a cold glass of beer brings back memories of friendly gatherings, backyard barbecues, exciting football matches, or simply moments of rest after a long day. Among all the options, light beer is often considered healthier, lower in alcohol, and easier to enjoy. But what few people realize is that this seemingly harmless drink can quietly weaken leg strength, damage joint function, disrupt sleep, and cloud mental clarity. Light beer is not as light as its name suggests. Beneath the frothy top and mild bitterness, beer contains a significant amount of refined carbohydrates, sugars, and especially purines, compounds that raise uric acid levels in the blood. For adults over 60, this creates the perfect conditions for gout, a painful condition that causes swelling, burning, and persistent discomfort, especially in the joints of the feet. If you have ever woken up with stiff knees, aching ankles, or burning toes, take a moment to reflect on your recent beer intake. In addition, beer, regardless of the type, quickly raises blood sugar, especially when consumed with salty or starchy foods like fries, pizza, or bread. Sudden changes in blood sugar not only cause fatigue but also make it hard to maintain stable energy levels and focus, and can affect memory and mood over time. Nearly 50% of older adults are in a pre-diabetic state without knowing it, making regular beer drinking a serious risk. The impact of beer goes beyond joints and blood sugar. As a diuretic, beer causes the kidneys to work harder, leading to frequent urination, especially at night. This not only disrupts sleep but also increases the risk of falls during nighttime trips to the bathroom, one of the most common causes of injury among seniors. Chronic sleep loss also affects memory, mood, and immunity, leaving older adults more prone to fatigue or mild depression. Moreover, many beers, even light ones, contain preservatives, flavorings, and carbon dioxide. These ingredients can irritate a sensitive digestive system, causing bloating, gas, and worsening acid reflux symptoms that are already common among seniors. The key message is this: the harm does not come from a single glass, but over time. A few beers each week can lead to a quiet chain reaction, weight gain, joint inflammation, sleep disruption, memory decline, all combining to create a vicious cycle that weakens the body, clouds the mind, and reduces quality of life. If you have believed that drinking light beer is a safe way to have fun, it may be time to reconsider. There are other options that are gentler on the liver, kidneys, joints, and sleep. But before we explore those, let us take a closer look at one more group of drinks: colorful, beautifully presented, often served at special events, but dangerous mixes of strong alcohol and refined sugar. 4. Cocktails and mixed drinks. Cocktails are often served with an attractive appearance: a colorful glass decorated with a lemon slice or berries, sometimes with a tiny umbrella or a cute straw. All of it gives a joyful, friendly feeling, like an essential part of a cheerful gathering. But inside that cocktail glass, there is more than sweetness and aroma. It holds a double threat, a combination of hard liquor and refined sugar, two elements that are already unfriendly to older bodies, and become even more dangerous when combined. The biggest trap of cocktails lies in how they fool the senses. They feel smooth and pleasant, not as burning as hard liquor, and not as heavy as beer. But that is an illusion. The alcohol in cocktails usually comes from vodka, rum, or gin, which is mixed with fruit juice, sweet syrup, soda, or carbonated water, because the sweet taste masks the alcohol's sharpness. The drinker often does not notice how much they are really consuming, leading to overdrinking without realizing it. For older adults, this is a serious risk. The ability to recognize the line between enough and too much decreases with age. When drinking quickly or while engaged in conversation, alcohol can reach the central nervous system faster, leading to confusion, loss of balance, and even the danger of forgetting to take medicine or taking the wrong dose, a common issue in people over 60. In addition, the amount of sugar in a single cocktail can equal or exceed that of a dessert. Syrups, sodas, and bottled juices all cause blood sugar to rise sharply in a short time, followed by fatigue, sleepiness, hand tremors, or irritation. For people with diabetes or insulin resistance, this can lead to unexpected complications. Furthermore, cocktails often include artificial additives, food coloring, flavorings, and preservatives, all of which force the liver to work harder and contribute to chronic inflammation in the body. If you are taking medications like antidepressants, blood pressure pills, sedatives, or sleep aids, cocktails can dangerously increase the side effects, such as irregular heartbeat, extreme drowsiness, low blood pressure, or digestive problems. It is unfortunate that one joyful evening can lead to several nights of poor sleep, weaker memory, unstable mood, or worse, a fall caused by loss of balance. For younger people, these symptoms might just be mild consequences, but for older adults, every sleepless night, dizzy spell, or stumble can lead to major changes in health and independence. However, this does not mean you must give up all enjoyment. You can still relax and enjoy holding a beautiful drink in your hand without sacrificing memory, sleep, or liver function. And the good news is, there are alternatives that are not only safe, but also help improve digestion, uplift the spirit, and support internal health. Coming up next, we will explore 4 wonderful alternative drinks for seniors, choices that keep the joy in your glass but are gentler on your liver. Brain, sleep, and joints. Wonderful. Now we arrive at the part many people have been waiting for: 4 safe and healthy alternatives for seniors. Drinks that let you enjoy raising a glass without sacrificing memory, sleep, or leg health. 1. Moderate red wine. For centuries, red wine has been a symbol of relaxation, of the art of living, of elegant dinners, and even of health. That might sound surprising after all the warnings we just covered. But here is the truth when consumed properly. Red wine, especially types rich in resveratrol, can actually provide real benefits for cardiovascular health and memory in older adults. Resveratrol is a powerful antioxidant found in the skin of red grapes. When you drink a glass of quality red wine, you are taking in a small amount of this compound, which research has shown can improve blood circulation, support blood vessel function, reduce inflammation, and even protect brain cells from oxidative damage. A study published by Tufts University also showed that resveratrol can help raise good cholesterol HDL, lower bad cholesterol, and protect blood vessels from plaque buildup. But the most important point, and one that many people forget, is the dosage. Just one small glass of 5 ounces, about 150 milliliters, a few times a week, is enough to enjoy these benefits. Drinking too much, even red wine, will still overload the liver, raise blood pressure, disturb sleep, and cause the opposite effect. That is why moderation is the key. It is not about the type of alcohol, but how you consume it and whether it suits your body. Another important note is the type of wine you choose. It is best to choose organic red wine, low in preservatives, low sulfite, and not overly sweet. These wines reduce the risk of headaches, facial flushing, or digestive irritation that are common among older adults. You should also drink red wine with meals, especially when paired with healthy proteins like salmon, lean meat, or olive oil. This helps slow down alcohol absorption and reduces its impact on the stomach. By drinking it this way, you are not just enjoying a beverage, you are protecting your body in a balanced and thoughtful way. And if measuring and limiting each glass of wine feels inconvenient, do not worry. There is another way to enjoy the wine experience while cutting the alcohol content in half. Gentler, less intoxicating, and still flavorful: the spritzer, which is red or white wine mixed with sparkling water. 2. Spritzer, wine mixed with sparkling water. There is a quiet beauty in simplicity. And for those who have experienced many ups and downs in life, sometimes joy is found not in strength, but in gentleness and ease. The spritzer perfectly reflects that spirit: a glass of red or white wine lightly mixed with sparkling water, just enough to bring refreshment without overwhelming your body with alcohol or sugar. With a spritzer, you still get the lovely aroma and refined taste of wine, but the alcohol content in each glass is cut in half or even more. This is especially important for older adults, whose liver, kidneys, nervous system, and sleep patterns are much more sensitive than in youth. A spritzer allows you to take part in social gatherings, to raise a glass and smile, without having to deal with fatigue, dry mouth, rapid heartbeat, or sleeplessness afterward. Moreover, the sparkling water not only dilutes the alcohol but also helps with hydration, supports digestion, and gives a light feeling of fullness, naturally encouraging slower drinking for seniors who often feel thirsty, wake at night to urinate, or experience digestive discomfort after meals. The spritzer is an excellent solution. It does not stress the liver, it does not cause sudden changes in blood sugar, and it does not stimulate the nervous system like cocktails or hard liquor. You can turn your spritzer into a small ritual by adding a slice of lemon, a few fresh berries, a sprig of mint, or a thin slice of orange. Seeing that sparkling drink under the light, you will not feel like you are restricting yourself. You will feel like you are taking care of yourself with intention. That makes all the difference. The most special aspect of the spritzer is its slowness. People who drink spritzers do not rush. They sip gently, chat, observe, and enjoy. And this habit helps maintain mental clarity, stable blood pressure, and a sense of balance in both body and mind. If you have ever felt excluded at gatherings because you did not want to drink hard alcohol, the spritzer offers a way for you to still raise your glass, still laugh, still be part of the moment, but in a safer, more respectful way for your body. And if you are looking for a completely alcohol-free choice that still lifts your spirit, supports digestion, and gives you a sense of purposeful drinking, then the next beverage is made just for you: kombucha, a fermented tea rich in natural probiotics. 3. Kombucha, fermented tea with natural probiotics and enzymes. There are days when you feel tired for no clear reason. Your stomach may feel unsettled, your mind heavy, your sleep disturbed, or your mood low without any obvious cause. If you have ever experienced this, it may be time to listen to your body, because the root of the problem could lie in your gut, and kombucha is a small yet powerful gift to help you care for your digestive system in a natural and intelligent way. Kombucha is made from black or green tea, sugar, and beneficial live cultures. After the fermentation process, it becomes a lightly fizzy drink with a gentle sourness, mild sweetness, and a scent like apple cider vinegar mixed with tea. The special thing about kombucha is that it contains little or no alcohol, usually under 0.5%, which means it is legally considered non-alcoholic and safe for older adults when consumed in moderation. The biggest benefit of kombucha comes from its living probiotic cultures. These friendly bacteria help balance the digestive system and ease common issues among seniors such as constipation, bloating, and gas. Kombucha also contains B vitamins like B1, B6, and B12, organic acids, and natural enzymes that support gentle liver detox, boost energy, reduce inflammation, and promote a clearer mind. Many older adults have shared that after just a few weeks of drinking kombucha daily, they felt lighter in the stomach, slept more soundly, and experienced more emotional stability. This is not because kombucha is a miracle cure, but because it works exactly where it matters most, the gut, which holds more than 70% of immune cells and is directly connected to the brain through the gut-brain axis. For seniors who are taking multiple medications, kombucha is a safe choice because it does not interfere with medications, does not lower blood pressure too much, and does not disrupt blood sugar levels. However, if you have stomach ulcers or are taking strong acid-reducing medication, it is best to start with a small amount, about 100 milliliters a day, and observe how your body responds. Pour kombucha into a glass. Add a few ice cubes, drop in a thin slice of ginger or a few mint leaves, and you will feel the ritual of self-care. This is not just drinking for the sake of drinking, but drinking with purpose, to nourish, to restore, and to feel better in a natural way. And if you are looking for something that is alcohol-free, helps you relax, improves sleep, and can be shared during a dinner with loved ones while still feeling elegant, the next choice may pleasantly surprise you: a mocktail made with adaptogenic herbs, a gentle gift for your nervous system and emotional well-being. 4. Herbal adaptogen mocktails. In a world where most celebrations involve alcohol, holding up a glass with no liquor inside was once seen as less fun. But mocktails, especially those made with adaptogenic herbs, are changing the way we think about enjoyment for older adults. These are not just drinks, they are rituals of restoration, intentional choices, and a clear message that says, I value my health while still being fully present in life. Adaptogens are a group of herbs studied in both traditional and modern medicine. Plants like ashwagandha, basil, lemon balm, ginger, chamomile, ginseng, or licorice have been shown to help the body balance hormones, soothe the nervous system, improve sleep, reduce chronic fatigue, and strengthen immunity. What makes them special is that they do not overstimulate or cause heavy drowsiness. They help you feel more stable, more focused, and more here in the present moment. A herbal mocktail is never boring. You can mix fresh lemon juice with chamomile tea as the base. Add a little pressed ginger, a touch of honey, some mint leaves, and a few thin apple slices. Or you can blend cold black tea with passion fruit and maca powder, an adaptogen that supports hormones and boosts natural energy in older adults. Add a splash of sparkling water to give it a cool, fizzy finish. The result is a beautiful, refreshing drink that holds deep meaning. The feeling of holding such a glass is just like raising a toast. The only difference is you are no longer worrying about blood pressure, blood sugar, memory, or medication interactions. You are still yourself, still part of the conversation, the laughter, and the glances of loved ones, but without the fatigue that comes afterward. Mocktails also create space for true relaxation in the evening, when you replace a sugar-loaded, high-alcohol cocktail with a gentle herbal drink. You are sending a signal to your body: I choose wellness, and I still deserve to enjoy life. That is deeply meaningful, especially for seniors, many of whom have long been used to sacrificing or saying, I do not need this anymore, or I am too old for that. The best part is that mocktails do not cause addiction, do not increase liver enzymes, and do not harm your nerves. On the contrary, many regular mocktail drinkers have shared that they sleep better, feel less anxious, digest food more easily, and wake up feeling refreshed. That is exactly the feeling you deserve after the long journey you have walked through life. And if you pair your herbal mocktail with soft lighting, a favorite piece of music, or a quiet evening with your partner, it is not just a drink, it becomes a moment of deep appreciation. Now take a moment and think about your legs. They have carried you through so many paths, so many chapters, from your first steps, to busy days filled with work and family, to long walks in the park. But one day, you may realize those legs are no longer as strong as they once were, not because you have been inactive or aged too fast, but because of the things you put into your body that quietly weakened your foundation. We often believe that staying healthy requires something big, intense workouts, strict diets, or giving up all pleasures. But the truth is different. A small change, like replacing a cocktail with a herbal mocktail, or swapping a beer for a cool kombucha, can make a lasting difference. The key is not in force, but in intention and understanding. You do not need to give up the joy of raising a glass with friends. You only need to choose the drink that best supports your body, a body that has carried so many responsibilities and now deserves to be cared for in the most complete way. Start with something small. Read labels carefully. Make yourself a lighter drink. Say no to something that no longer suits you. These simple actions may be the very first steps in protecting your health, preserving your memory, supporting your legs, your heart, and your independence. You have come so far in life. Now choose to keep going with strength, clarity, and confidence. What you do today, even if small, will become a precious gift to your future self, a self that is still strong, still moving, still joyful with children and loved ones. If you found something helpful in today's message, do not hesitate to share it. Which of these drinks are you using? Was anything surprising to you? Leave a comment below. I am always ready to listen to your health journey. And remember, every video you watch, share, or comment on helps spread the message of living with awareness, taking charge of your health, and staying well. So if you found today's content helpful, please hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Wishing you strength, peace, and full control over your health every day. See you in the next video.